Audi's flagship sedan in the S increases performance to an insane amount. We're showcasing the 2025 Audi S8 in Sebring Black crystal effect over black interior. We've ticked the box to a lot of packages, including the executive package, the luxury package with the 4-passenger configuration, as well as the luxury package, and my favorite, the Black Optic Package, which makes this look a lot more dynamic. I mean, 3.8 seconds 0 to 60. This thing weighs under 5,200 pounds and you got rear axle steering. I'm Anthony from Supercar Throttle, and we're gonna go over all the specs from the exterior and the interior. We're gonna take this for a drive so you can see what 563 horsepower looks like with 590 pound-feet of torque. This has a 4.0 liter TFSI twin turbo V8. That's what you're getting to start off with. And if you're concerned about fuel at $155,000 price nearly, I don't think 15 to 24 mpgs is going to really break the bank, and it's paired to the 8-speed Tiptronic automatic transmission. The front is going to have the predictive active suspension, which uses the frontal camera right here that will change the suspension according to the driving, meaning if there's potholes, it will adjust the suspension either the right or the left depending on where it's at to make it more smooth. The executive package adds the Audi side assist with pre-sense rear, and the luxury rear seat package adds the safety package plus. The executive package adds the adaptive cruise control with lane guidance, Audi side assist with pre-sense rear. The Audi single frame grille, it's blacked out because we have the Black Optic Package. That includes the Audi O-rings. That brushes into matrix design LED headlights and daytime runnings. And when you want to clean your windshield, these pop out and they'll clean that headlamp assembly. The black continues on the side air pocket because of the Black Optic Package, so it's going to have that dynamic stance any way you cut the cake. The best part about it is it doesn't just add it to the front. It carries on into these 21-inch wheels. Red brake calipers, that's housing 6 pistons in the front. Hell, you're getting 4 out back, and I would want that with a curb weight just over 5,100 pounds. The nice thing about the S8 though is they do try to shed some weight, because a few reviews back, I reviewed my personal Maserati MC20 Cello, and I was talking about how the engine only weighs around 400 pounds. This one is just a little bit over that. It gets to maybe 460 pounds. And that just stresses how much weight they're trying to shed on their flagship sedan. Even though it's over 200 inches long, you still have rear axle steering. The suspension will adjust either lower or higher depending on your driving mode select. So either sporty or comfort. Which way would you drive it if you had this as your daily? And now competition, because we have to compare it against Mercedes. That's going to be a lot more money. You're talking near $200,000 and over $200,000 to get the example that you're getting here. Yes, it's faster, it got more horsepower and torque, but you know, when I'm thinking about price and I have to spend an extra $50,000 to get something comparable, now I'm just realistic. This is gonna kill it, especially with that savings. As for BMW, it's gonna be cheaper, but a little bit slower, and because we've got rear axle steering, this is actually a 50-50 weight distribution, which I usually complain about, but because it's so damn long, a lot of people get a little nervous with these vehicles. It literally turns the opposite way of the front steering wheel when you're reversing. So it makes it a tighter steering to park it if you're doing reverse parking. And when you're going forward, it'll turn the same direction, so you don't really have to turn the wheel too much, keeping that luxury drive. Full LED taillights that wrap around the whole rear. The Audi O-rings get blacked out because of the Black Optic Package. Quad exhaust tips, I wish they were blacked out, but the Black Optic Package doesn't offer that. Front and rear parking sensors, a 360-degree reverse camera. Safety's taken care of because of the features we have, but when you tick the box to the features, it can go a little crazy because it literally adds about $25,000 to the MSRP. So some of these features I may not option. Audi is saying 3.9 seconds. Let's see what we get. I don't know if you saw the Toyota Corolla, but it became a dot pretty damn quick. It's a fast vehicle. Dynamically speaking, it does everything that it needs to do. Predictive active suspension, so it's reading the road for me, rear axle steering, so you're gonna feel some of the imperfections because there is a lot going on. You got the upgraded suspension, we got the twin turbo V8, 563 horsepower. There's a little bit of lag though. I'm not gonna disqualify that. And at a $154-ish thousand price, it should be a little bit more seamless, but when you're considering 590 pound-feet of torque, I don't know, it's hard for me to really complain. This is over 5,100 pounds and you're getting under 4 seconds 0 to 60. That's according to Audi. I'm sure you could get it faster. Limited at 155 miles per hour though, and they do this with a lot of their vehicles, and I dislike that because when you're spending this kind of dough, it should start going into like 180, 190 miles per hour because BMW and Mercedes do that. Braking on the vehicle, it does it as good as it should. And that turn radius, so you can see the rear axle steering at work. About 3 lanes, let's rock and roll. Gets a bit jumpy. The only other con that I could find is when you are driving this vehicle and your dynamics are there and you're just wanting to hear the exhaust note, it's not going to filter in through the cabin. The sound deadening is just too damn good. The seat comfort is a lot better. If you're considering BMW, it's going to be more of a rigid drive. Mercedes is kind of the same thing. It's very torque happy. You get a lot of power from Mercedes, but you're spending 50 G's more minimum than this. I mean, literally, that's like almost a down payment, or could be a down payment on a freaking house if you're buying this vehicle, or you can option less features because you don't need all of these features. Now, I would definitely option the Black Optic Package because you get the upgraded wheels, but all of the aesthetics to it is on the exterior. For the interior, the Executive Package, definitely, and the Luxury Package. I don't know if I would configure the 4 seats because maybe I would spend that on the RS Design Package, but then I'm only saving maybe $2,000. So then is it worth getting either of the 2 packages? Because you're really gonna still be at around $150,000. That's a lot of money, but you're getting a lot of car, especially when you go back to the rivals. The only vehicle that would somewhat compete with this would be the new G90, and it's not gonna have this kind of power. It's gonna have a significant amount less. I mean, look, I can run through this light, and you know what? It stayed yellow. If I was in the G90, the damn thing would have been red, and if that's a camera, I would get a $150 ticket for my first problem because that's what happens in the state of Florida. Safety's taken care of. You got the lane assist, you got the frontal collision, pedestrian detection, rear cross traffic alert. I mean, all the safety that you need. Nearly 5.2 inches of clearance. You got a lot of storage capacity. If you do option it this way, I don't think you're gonna be disappointed because this is literally like a super sedan. And that's really hard to say that because nobody really has that except for on the AMG. I don't necessarily say BMW does a bad job. I just think that Mercedes goes a little bit nuts, and Audi gives you exactly what you need as a full blended package, but doesn't escalate the price to basically like a Maybach. So this is your everyday drive, plus you can take it on the track if you want. Leading me to the question, did Audi make one of the best performance/luxury sedans? I mean, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Check out this next video right here.